what you have in an equinox is that it is a point where you want to make sure that you're completing something. So for example, whatever you have been practicing during the summer or the spring, just like with a harvest, the equinox is the harvest time. That's why it's commonly called a harvest moon. That's when everything you've done, okay, now is the time to make sure you got what you got, and you got it carefully and you got it clearly. So any doubts you have about what you've been doing, you should do the best that you can to clear them up. I would advise people simply at this time to write down what they have done, what they wanted to do, and what's missing in the middle. And so that slowly over the year, you'll fill in those gaps. The second thing about the equinox, as I said, that it is a time when you're between autumn, or you could say spring, autumn, and the winter. Now is the time when there needs to be some sort of fundamental shift in your energy. And let us now consider what comes after this. If you just kind of take what happens to a very large percentage of the population during the winter solstice, is that they are extremely prone toward depression. Okay, that's the season when if you're going to get depressed, that's when it's going to happen big time. So what you're looking for is that what you want to do is that from the day of the equinox, the autumn equinox, you want to be preparing yourself for everything you can do that will counter this lessening of your energy. So if we would say this, if your energy level, if you're 10, then you're normal, okay? And there's nothing particularly plaguing you. Well, during the spring and the fall, you're going in the spring where you may be down to a 3 because the winter really socked you out, but you want to build it up to a 10. So now you have a number of weeks before December arrives where if you can boost your energy, you want to. So if you don't have reserves for the winter, you now want to acquire them. The central point being that you want to remain centered, but that centeredness has to grow in strength because you're going to use it. It's like you have a bottle you have gasoline in to go inside your car. It's going to be whatever level it's in, but let's say you've dropped below half the bottle. Well, you got to fill the bottle up to the top. But you want to figure out where is it that you're feeling your weaknesses the most profoundly. Is it in your joints? Is it in your general ability to be outside yourself, and in which case etheric body work is indicated? Is it that the inside of your guts are not going so well, in which case that you would want to be doing God's playing in the clouds? Or if you just really need to boost your energy, then maybe for like this, month and a half period, you really want to be doing the spiraling energy body. Now, I can't tell you which one to do because you're the only one who knows what state your body and your mind is in. And you have to figure out which qigong, where are you feeling the weakness in your system that needs to be boosted? Is it physically? Is it mentally? Is it emotionally? And then what you want to do is focus on what your experience has shown you will boost those the most. So it's not like you do them exclusively and forget everything else, but if we would take all 5 of the qigongs being 100, well, then you would say that each one should get 20% of your effort. Well, no, it's that one of them should get 40% of your effort and the rest of them would have less proportionately. So that's the biggest thing about the equinox, is to be aware of this shift. And that now that when this shift is happening, that you're kind of on a time clock. Because then the winter solstice, those we've discussed and other ones, you're going to have to do something to keep your energy at least up at the level it was before the solstice. Here now is the case to where you want to bring your energy up to the point, the place where you want to have it be when the solstice begins. For example, I couldn't tell you this would be a very good time to put extra time into doing something like Santi, which is going to boost your overall energy level. It would be a special time to put a special effort in doing the Bagua single palm change, because that's going to boost your overall general level. And in Tai Chi, well, you need to just figure out what about it isn't in Tai Chi. Is it specific moves? Is it a section of the form, the first section or third section of the form that you want to put the extra time in to raise the strength of your system? And I think that's the main point about the fall equinox.